Hey guys, welcome back and happy Saturday. All right, guys. Well, I hope you're having an amazing weekend. And honestly, I didn't think I was going to do any videos today, but I'm just kind of taken aback by this Real Housewives of Beverly Hills news, a statement that Sheree Zampino made about Sutton Strack. And it looks like not everyone is. I mean, the people on Sutton's side, well, they're dwindling down to just Garcelle. So before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it seems like there's a pattern on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills where it's, kind of coming off like Sutton says and does whatever she wants, and Garcelle is always coming to her defense. Now, Erica in a previous episode pointed out that she feels like Sutton is a liability to Garcelle. Of course, Sutton wasn't happy with this, and we have an upcoming episode this upcoming week, and it's where Sutton is still at the Homeless Not Toothless charity party, and she looks at Erica and she's like, I just want to let you know that an attorney called me, and they were asking me what information I had on you. So since they contacted me, I'm not a liability. Maybe you're the liability. Well, thank you to Reality Blurb for covering it all. And Sheree Zampino is doing more and more interviews. And in doing so, we're finding out how she feels about her good friend Garcelle. How does she feel about the alliance between Garcelle and Sutton? And she did an interview with Page Six where she was asked about Erica's liability warning. She answered, I said something very similar to Garcelle before I knew that Erica even said it because I kind of watched it. I was a little concerned as Garcelle's friend. She also said a lot of what I saw is a lot of her bravado, Sutton's bravado, came from knowing Garcelle had her back. So she's pretty much letting us know that she feels like Sutton has a backbone because Garcelle has her back. But if you watch Garcelle on the show with Sutton, you see where Garcelle is always nudging her, like, for example, the Elton John receipts, the first episode that we met Diana Jenkins, you see where Garcelle's like, Sutton, if you have receipts, now's the time to bring them out. Or when she's talking to Erica at the Rena Rosé party and she's like, Sutton, why don't I bring Sutton into this conversation? Erica's like, I'm having a conversation with you. And then the other time when they were in Mexico and she told Erica that she's really starting to annoy her, like she does constantly have her back and she's pushing Sutton to have more of a voice. But it's kind of like they antagonize each other in a way, but they also, I get it. Sutton had Garcelle's back. Now Sutton, Garcelle's having Sutton's back. But I do see what Sheree Zampino is saying with maybe this is standing in her way of building other friendships within the group. Maybe she's just not even interested in building friendships with Dorit Kemsley, Lisa Rinna, Erica Girardi, Kyle Richards. Maybe she doesn't care, honestly. Sheree also expressed that Sutton is the common denominator in a lot of the issues, and maybe the distance that Garcelle feels between the rest of the girls is because of her. She expressed empathy for Erica, who she's gotten to know, which I'm taken aback a little bit by this, and it's interesting. She said, you know what? I always like to give people the benefit of the doubt because you never really know. We'll never have all of the components, all the information regarding her lawsuits. I think it would be irresponsible and reckless for me to jump to conclusions. The majority of the cast, not just Erica, is seemingly at odds with Sutton, who is often making a lot of the issues about herself. At least that's what they're saying. And Sheree's recent, comments help explain her concerns. But will Garcelle listen to these? That's the biggest question. Sheree was also asked about Will Smith, the slap with Chris Rock, and if Jada Pinkett Smith, if she joined the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, would Sheree Zampino be willing to film with her? I thought this was interesting too. And she said, no, absolutely not. She said, we've gotten to a place and it took us some time, but now we're friends and we co-parent and we have this sort of way of navigating it. I want to keep that good. And I don't want to hinder that with a dramatic show. But let's be real. Jada would never, ever, 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 ever join the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That's like saying Kris Jenner would join the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It wouldn't happen. Now, Sutton and Garcelle, we do know that there's an alliance there, but Sheree Zampino coming forward and speaking up more and more, it's seeming like she's sort of distancing herself from Garcelle, not in like a she's not my friend kind of way, but she wants the fans to know clearly based off of her interviews that just because Garcelle thinks one way doesn't mean, and because I'm her friend, doesn't mean I think or agree with what she's doing, saying, thinking, or how she's acting. And by her distancing herself, she already let us know on David Yontief's podcast, Behind the Velvet Rope, that she would love to be a full-time housewife. So with her distancing herself, that could be definitely a possibility. I mean, if her and Garcelle did everything together and they were friends and they always had each other's back and there was no sort of difference of opinion, that could easily just make Garcelle, you know, remain and stay her full-time housewife role, and Sheree would just remain and stay a friend. But if Sheree's coming in and now she's building friendships with Erica, building friendships with Lisa Rinna and Kathy Hilton and the rest of the women, and those women are still having building a friendship with Garcelle, then yeah, it makes sense. Let's give her a full-time position. And if she's calling out Sutton already, who Garcelle is constantly defending, saying that she is the common denominator in a lot of the issues amongst the cast, that also is another point in Sheree Zampino's, you know, like in her way where we can say, yeah, let's bring her on. And she even said that Kyle Richards needs to take several seats. So I'm just saying, I'm not trying to build a case for her, but the woman deserves a full-time role. We already did a video yesterday saying that there are potentially 2 to 3 housewives on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills who will be replaced. And I thought it was interesting because the majority of you said Lisa Rinna, Erica, and Dorit, Lisa Rinna, Erica, and Crystal Kung Minkoff, and Lisa Rinna, Erica, and Diana Jenkins. That's what the majority said. And I was a little taken aback by that. I'm interested. I feel like we're doing research and development for Bravo. I feel like that's what we're doing here. So you're welcome, Bravo, because we know you're watching. But guys, with that, happy Saturday. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And also, we have the polls in the community tab. Go take the polls. We add a new one every single day. They're a lot of fun. But on top of that, we just made an announcement. You'll see it with the meme of Tamra Judge. That's my opinion, where we changed the price of membership. So go check out our memberships. We had 2 options, one for $9.99. The other one was for $2.99, but we just changed them both to $2.99. And I believe for the first month, YouTube is applying a promo. So I think it's only $1.49 for the first month. So why not? Come get a taste of like the behind the scenes and the personal. I love you guys. Happy Saturday. Stay safe. We'll see you next time. Bye guys.